Okay, I'm back in the States, here with my dog in my house. I got back from a long journey from United Arab Emirates to the USA, so forgive me for looking a little raggedy. Think that you'll find a way to get over it. I thought I would share some advice or kind of my experience of teaching during Ramadan in an Arab country. So if you don't know, Ramadan is the Muslim holy month where they're supposed to fast from sunup to sundown. So that means no eating, no drinking, no chewing gum, no candy, nothing like that. And it's different from fasting in the States versus an Arab country. In the United Arab Emirates, I was told it's illegal to eat or drink in public, and that includes your car, driving around in your car. And there's some places, like in Abu Dhabi or Dubai, where they'll have places you can eat at in a mall or something like that, and they'll cover it up with, there'll be a wall, and so you go over there and eat behind it. And that was pretty common. But where I live in Al Ain, it's very conservative, or it's a little bit more conservative and more old-fashioned. And so a lot of the places will be closed. For example, my school normally is open from 8 to 3, but during Ramadan, it was only open from 9 to 1. And a lot of my kids would actually fast too, especially at the beginning of Ramadan. They fasted. They try to fast. And then I did have, I think 3 different kids got sick, very sick, to the point they were throwing up and they were dehydrated. And so their parents said, no, they're going to eat while they're at school, and then they fast when they get home. So it is definitely, well, I shouldn't say it's definitely. With my kids, it was their choice to fast. I'm sure it was encouraged, but it was definitely their choice. They really wanted to fast. And towards the end, after the kids started getting sick, they stopped fasting a little bit. Not as much as in the beginning. So that was different. They'll normally stay up really late, and so a lot of kids stopped coming. I had, at the end of the second to last day of school, I only had 2 kids there, so a lot of them stopped coming during Ramadan. And it was kind of fun because then I could work one-on-one with kids a lot, but it was different. It's not something you would experience here in the States. What else? We were allowed to eat at school. The kids brought food, and they had the special room we would go into so that we would be, not eating in front of people who were fasting. And you forget sometimes, because I know I forgot I was eating in front of a fasting teacher, and I felt really bad afterwards. But, you don't think about it, because here in the States, we don't have Ramadan. It's not something we're used to. So it was definitely different. And there's another thing that I wanted to mention, dressing-wise. In Al Ain, you can wear shorts and a t-shirt, like what I'm wearing. During Ramadan, you're encouraged to dress with like jeans or pants down to your ankles, and then t-shirts like this are fine. Just to be respectful. It's not required, at least not in the United Arab Emirates, but it's kind of respectful. And I have to be honest, I did that at the beginning, but then it was just getting way too hot, and so I would wear shorts, and I would forget about it too. I would just go outside and walk to the store near my house to get Coke, and I lived in an area with a lot of expats, the people that are not locals. And no one really minded. No one cared. But yeah, all the restaurants that serve food will be closed until around 7 o'clock. Then they'll open, and then you can get your food. So yeah, it was very different. Very, very different. It wasn't bad. It was just different. I'd say the biggest thing is it's very, very busy at the stores. But then when it's around 7 o'clock, No one. They're all together with their family breaking fast. And I remember I was out one time when they were the call to prayer went off and they were allowed to eat, and there was people walking around passing out food. It was just that was the cool part of it. It was very different, something we're not used to. Anyways, yeah, if you have any questions, comments, if I got anything